It's the most comprehensive international uh, treaty which has been carried out and affects each and every country. Okay, there is also international treaty on plants genetic resources for food and agriculture. Okay, ITPGRA, and it is popularly known as International Seed Treaty. Okay, and then there are organizations like UNCTAD, of course, World Trade Organization, World Intellectual Property Organization, and World Health Organizations. All work together in some way or other to see that while proper innovations are done based on the traditional knowledge and plants available. At the same time, they are not misutilized. Okay. At India level, at the national level, we have National Biological Diversity Act 2002, which as of today also remains the most comprehensive guideline, act, and law as far as biodiversity is concerned. We, of course, we have Patent Acts 1970 with a lot of amendments over a period of time. We also have Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Right Act 2001, okay, which essentially protects the original right of the farmers while also allowing the innovations and modifications in the plant varieties. Okay, and of course we have Geographical Indication Act, which is a while little different, also honors and recognizes the work being done by a community level people in various biodiversity level. So you see, the world and India are both are very conscious of the fact that we have to preserve biodiversity. At the same time, we have also have to carry out innovation. This is a balancing. It's a great balancing, my dear friend. Okay. The Biodiversity Act 2002 particularly is a very comprehensive act. I think if anybody wants to do further, you must go for it. I believe that there is a very good book on this Biodiversity Act by Dr. Rajesh Acharya. Okay, he's a very internationally renowned patent attorney at Kathan Company. He has written a very good book on Biodiversity Act 2002. I am sure there must be other books also available. So if anybody is interested, one can refer to such kind of book. But I am giving the basic salient features of this act. It aims to regulate access to biological resources of the country, that is India, and equitable sharing of benefits arising out of the use of biology. What is equitable? While the general population benefits, but the original people should never be deprived. They are the first people should get benefit. Emphasis on conservation and sustainable use of biodiversity. This is key part of conservation. Setting up as a part of the act, setting up the National Biodiversity Authority (NBA), State Biodiversity Board (SBB), and Biodiversity Management Committee (BMCs). These are already been set up. They are existing, and NBA at the national level remains the most important, most authoritative and knowledgeable authority as far as biodiversity of the country is concerned. It regulates as also it guides. Okay. To respect and protect the traditional knowledge of the local communities related to diversity. This is the underlying factor. Okay. So this is the biodiversity in symbolic manner. Okay. One can work on it, biodiversity. One can work on natural medicines. One can work on herbal plants. So you do research. You do biosurvey and bioutilization. And then comes the part of transferring the findings of the research and going for intellectual property right. Okay. And along with the bioresearch. So then this comes the commercial use here. Now this is my dear friend, just listen carefully. You must be aware about that, but I would like to emphasize this. This is where the biodiversity comes. You are allowed. You can go for IPR. You can apply for patent based on the work done by you. Okay. You can apply for the patent. Okay. It could be process or product patent, either way or both. But there is a rider under the Biological Diversity Act. Prior approval of National Biodiversity Authority (NBA) should be obtained whenever an application is made for obtaining any intellectual property right. Mainly, it is of course patent, but any IPR right that is under section C6 by 1 of Biodiversity Act. You have to have prior approval of this, whether in India or outside, for any invention based on any research or information on the Indian biological resources. Yes, there is some kind of provision has been made now. The permission of the National Biodiversity Authority may be obtained after application is made. Yes, you can file the application. You can file the application with the patent office, but before the patent is granted, permission of NBA has to be obtained, and that is the responsibility of the person or a group or an institution or a company which is applying for patent, my dear friend. It is not the responsibility of patent office. Okay, you may apply now, but after applying, why do you apply earlier? Because you want to get a priority. You apply now, but immediately you send an application to the National Biodiversity Authority that I have applied or we have applied for this patent. These are the basic details, and please study it and grant us the permission. Till that, and you also inform the patent office that we have applied for the permission. Mark a copy of your application, and patent office will see. And patent office in that case will wait for the permission even after completion of the process. Now, my dear one, this is very important to know. Okay, this is the app. So it covers both. You are allowed to do research, you are allowed to file for the patent or any other IPR, but only after getting permission from the National Biodiversity Authority. So this is the balancing India has done, and we should be happy that India has done well in terms of this biodiversity guidelines and activity. People do get patent. People do get patent on something, but you have to follow. By chance, if you don't do that, you are liable for prosecution. You are liable for litigation, and of course, by chance, if you are getting patent, that patent can be revoked also. There are some cases which has happened. Normally doesn't happen, or your patent can be revoked. Okay. So, my dear friend, as an enlightened people, it is our responsibility. Not difficult. You have to know it and practice. Okay. And we know patenting of traditional medicines is a complex field, as I say. Complex, when I utilize the word complex, you have to take care, not difficult. You must accept that it is not normal. It requires more work, it must require more research, and requires taking care of certain riders and guidelines. That's all. And we know there are legal battles successfully fought by India. Patent of Haldi, which was taken by University of Mississippi. Okay, we fought and that was revoked. Patents of basmati rice, it was taken by the Rice Tech, Texas, USA. And of course, patent of antifungal neem derivative by European Patent Office granted to a multinational, W.R. Grace and Company. And there are a few other cases, but these are more known cases, more under discussion. Okay. As you know, why these were fought by India, and let me tell you, Dr. Mashelkar, I don't know the young people remember him or not. He's still there, of course. He's very active. Dr. Mashelkar was the doyen of such kind of field. He was the Director General of Council for Scientific and Industry Research, Government of India. He himself a scientist. He made Government of India fight all these cases. He also encouraged people in India, scientists, to go for research on the medicinal plants and file patents. But he said the traditional products in original form cannot be patented. It is everybody's knowledge. How can one person or one company get a patent over it? So when patent for Haldi was filed and granted, India fought very hard. The US Patent and Trademark Office still can show us record that it is in the public domain. Indian government, Indian scientists, Department of Science and Technology, and everybody researched a great deal, and they came out with the documents in our ancient shastras, written in Sanskrit, the use of haldi as a healing. It was being used for hundreds of years in a country like India for healing purpose. It is recorded as Shastra, it was translated and shown to the US Patent and Trademark Office. And he said, India said, okay, we are not trying for patent. Haldi is our product, turmeric is our product. Why anybody should be given patent? And it was revoked. The same applies to basmati rice and neem. So, my dear friend, you know the importance of documentation. Today also, if you want to go for herbal patents, documentation is key. Okay. And as a part of this fight, we India has come out with a tremendous kind of database, what is called Traditional Knowledge Digital Library, TKDL. Traditional Knowledge Digital Library is an electronic database which provides information on traditional knowledge existing in India. TKDL acts as a bridge between the traditional knowledge, information existing in local language, and the patent examiners at various IPOs. Okay. It is a collaborative project between CSIR, that is Council for Scientific and Industry Research, Ministry of Science and Technology, and Department of Ayush. As we all know, Ayurveda, Yoga, Naturopathy, Unani Siddha, and Homeopathy, a separate department has been created, which is under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and being implemented as CSIR, Council for Science and Industry Research. And this is, my dear friend, this is Dr. Marcel Kerr's gift to India. Okay. This database enables patent office all over the world to search and examine any prevalent prior art and thereby prevent incorrect grant of patent on products, processes based on knowledge in public domain. Why this was created? When we started fighting patents given on the haldi and neem, we realized that we need to have a documentary proof. So what Government of India through CSIR did, they started researching the hundreds of medicinal plants available in India, documented it in terms of their availability, their natural properties, their uses, and it's a fantastic, tremendous work. And everything was recorded under what we call electronic database. TKDS has a thousands of entries, my dear friend. Every medicinal plant in India, whether it's Himachal Pradesh, in Gujarat, or Dang district of Gujarat, or Uttarakhand, or Assam, or West Bengal, or Karnataka, are listed in this electronic database. A basic profile is given. Why? So that anybody files for patent or gets a patent in anywhere in the world, India will tell them, okay, look, refer to this our electronic database TKDL. If it is there, you cannot give patent. Okay. And this is the access of our TKDL to some of the patent office of the countries, and some of the thing I have listed. For example, all of them over a period of time. Okay. European Patent Office, Indian Patent Office, of course, German Patent Office, USA PTO, United Kingdom Patent Office, Canadian Patent Office, Australian, Japan, and many more. They have an official access to our TKDL. So whenever any herbal patenting application comes, now they refer to TKDL. If it is listed in TKDL, then they are careful. They talk to Indian authorities, they see the TKDL, and they realize that patent cannot be granted on this particular application. So, my dear friend, you can understand the tremendous work. Okay. Now let us talk about patenting of the herbal products. Traditional knowledge cannot be patented. I am repeating. Okay. Patents cannot be granted to plants, including medicinal, herbal, or any part thereof, including seeds, varieties, species, essentially biological processes for production or propagation of plants as per section 3J of Indian Patent Act 1970. Okay. Yes, that is a rule. If you go today to patent office, आप तुलसी लेके जाएंगे और बोले कि मेरे को पेटेंट दो तो नहीं मिलेगा. It is in public domain. Let's see. Mr. Kokanai or anybody inherits traditional knowledge with respect to Ayurvedic formulation for improving immunity and promoting healthy living from anesthetics. Mind the work from anesthetics. After researching on the formulation, he isolates active ingredient from three of the formulations and prepares tablets for enhancing immunity. Is his invention patentable subject matter or not? This question I am going to leave you to work on it, think about it, and maybe you can give answer me later on. Okay. What can be patented? We know this is the definition of what can be patented: new, non-obvious, and industry applicable. So naturally, all the things which are in public domain, they are not new. Neither they are not obvious, neither not obvious. They are obvious. How can it be patented? So let us see. I am going to present some specific thing, and these slides are indicative only, my dear friend, but it gives you true picture. Natural herb, not patentable. You accept that? Yes. Because it is not new, it is in public domain. Haldi, not patentable. Tulsi, not patentable. Neem, not patentable in the original form. Then you extract, do undertake extraction or any such kind of process. We can patent the process. Why? Because India has a process patent also. Mark my words, this is a very important thing to know. India has a process patent also. We are ignoring that. So you can process the patent if it is a new. After extraction, you come out with a compound X. Again, not patentable. As per the Indian law, my dear friend, understand. I have talked about Indian Patent Act, and these are indicated. Then you carry out structural modification as a part of ongoing your research. You done extraction, you come out with compound X out of the natural herb, which is again not patentable. You carry out structural modification. Both the process here and here we can patent. And after the structural modification, you arrive at a compound X. Why? Which could be patentable, my dear friend. Now, this is something you know. It's a very important slide to understand and act upon. India has a product and process patent. Both make full use of process patent. You may not patent a product, but you can always patent a process. We can have a value addition. Okay. Now, compound X was not patentable after extraction. Then you mix it with some ingredient A. Okay. You do carry on further research. Again, that method is patentable if it is a new. And you come out with a composite Z. My dear friend, mark the word composite. It could be patentable. Okay, just like compound Y after structural modification could be patentable. This also composite could be patentable. Okay, compound Y was patentable. Use of compound Y as per the Indian patent law is not patentable. But if you phrase it like this, compound Y for the treatment of XYZ diseases and having structural formula as under so and so, it could be patentable. So that is why, my dear friend, I am telling you, it is a bit complex, a bit deep. You must understand this and make full use of it. I am showing you the way out, how you can go for patenting of herbal domain. You have to do it. We have to do it. We are missing out by not going for patenting because we are not doing hard work in terms of research and try to understand the provisions of Indian Patent Act. Take help of the good experts, including some very good patent attorneys who are masters in this herbal patenting, and go for it. Okay. So how do you go for patenting? I am showing you some of the smart ways. What is preventing us is a traditional knowledge prior art. We cannot patent it. How can we overcome prior art? You go for new techniques, NDDS, new use and approaches, and there are so many of them. You can suppose you cannot patent is a known thing, aqueous extract. Can you go for alcoholic or solvent extraction? Can we go for additional steps? Characterization, standardization, marker compound isolation, marker compound identification, fingerprint approach, utilization of chromatography techniques, newer extraction techniques. or isolation, purification, structure elucidation, there is you are better knowledgeable about this than me. Idea is to see that you go an extra mile, you go an extra length, work further on the research, make your research product, prove that it is much away from the natural original ingredient. That is why you are not endangering biodiversity, and you can get a patent. My dear friend, that is what China is doing. We don't like China. China is not a country we like, but the fact remains that that's what China is doing. Okay, and getting patents and patents and patents. And that is why China has a dominant share of almost 60% of herbal medicines in terms of patenting. Not all patents are genuine, let me tell you. China is not country to be trusted with. But even if their 50% patent of herbal are good, sound, we know how. And look where India is. Why India is a 2.5%? Because we are genuine country. We are honest country. But we also are not working hard. Without criticizing anybody, the large number of Ayurvedic, herbal or such kind of companies in the India, how many patents there? They are not going for patent. They are not going for hard research. That is one. And if you want to know, this is something which I would like to suggest. Guidance for processing of patent applications related to traditional knowledge and biological medicine. This is brought out by Control of General Patent Design Act. You may refer to it. It's a good book, good reference book. Okay. So I would like to conclude by saying that don't overlook the potential of traditional knowledge-based medicines and health supplements. It's a tremendous market in the world. India is missing out to some extent. Okay. This is the potential. A multi-billion dollars, my dear friend. And it is going up, up, and always up. Global herbal medicine market. Okay. Indian market is going to go up by almost 1,000 crores within next 2 to 3 years time. Okay. And these are the key categories: herbal pharmaceuticals, herbal functional foods, dietary supplements, beauty products. You can go for anything, but make it a research product, my dear friend. Don't go for a very common kind of thing. If you want to go for patenting, work on research. Little bit difficult, but possible. And herbal pharmaceutical, that is why occupies the lion's share, almost 55% share after the entire thing is herbal pharmaceuticals. Because the world is looking to herbal products now to prevent and cure. Okay. And these are the segments, as we know, key segments: immunity booster, respiratory issues, nutritional, nervous system supplements, skin hydrating, which is more of a cosmetic product, and external healing formulation. And there could be a few more also. Each have tremendous, and you know by now, immunity booster. And let me tell you one thing, with due respect to everybody, the and hundreds of immunity boosters available in the market. I am not suggesting that. Don't go for silent. Let them work on it. We have to work out on a research immunity booster. Okay. So opportunity is high acceptance for natural and herbal medicines, even in the developed countries now. Keenness to adopt, assimilate, and absorb herbal and traditional knowledge-based technologies. The world is looking to. You go to USA, you go to Europe, you go to Canada. I have been traveling. You also must be traveling. In my 3 visits to USA, every time I am realizing that they are keen to know more about herbal and traditional medicines, but they are equally keen to know that it should be proven. You know, many of our herbal medicines, we call medicines, are being sold as a food supplement in USA. You know that? Because they say it is not medicine, it is not been tested. And our Ayurvedic companies, herbal companies, with due respect to them, are not going extra lengths. उनके पास अगर 60 प्रोडक्ट है तो कम से कम 10-15 प्रोडक्ट को तो टेस्ट करके उसको मेडिसिन बनाओ. We are missing on that part. And again, I am referring to China. China is a country which we don't like. Nobody likes China. But the fact remains, China has done tremendous work in herbal. I have been to China 2 times. I have visited China's large pharmaceutical companies, and they are the size of our Zydus, they are the size of our Dr. Reddy's, and they are the size of some pharmaceutical large giant companies with a totally modern technology, and they are herbal medicines company, my dear friend. They are not allopathic companies. You cannot imagine after seeing that giant pharma company of China, they call it's a indigenous medicine companies. They are herbal companies. We also have some good companies here. In Baroda, there is a Vasu Pharmaceutical. It's a good example of how small and medium company can be a good company in the Ayurvedic field. And there were many more. So world is looking to us, India now. We have to take advantage. Integrating traditional medicines into modern healthcare is the next big opportunity. And there is nothing better time than the present COVID situation. Everybody is looking to India and such kind of countries with a traditional knowledge base. What needs to be done is a standardization and working harder. Developing countries with histories of traditional medicine are also hunting ways to modernize. Okay. To end, this is not we are looking for. People are looking for such kind of ready-made. Yes, no harm in making money, but don't go for shortcuts. It is not done thing. It is not allowed also. And I am strongly advising. Look, I am not criticizing anything. Strongly making a message, and I have this message in other forum also. Don't go for chamatkaric. We cannot advertise herbal knowledge as a miracle. It has to be scientific based. Chawanprash is a gift of India to the world. Even government of India and Ayush is recommending Chawanprash. It is one of the best thing to happen. But all Chawanprash are not, because somebody when announces and promotes a chamatkaric miracle, this is where we are missing out. This is where India का पीछे पड़ जाता है. Okay, how can a medicine, how can a research product can be chamatkaric miracle? Do you believe in magic? The sense and nonsense of alternative medicines. Don't go for it. As a scientific fraternity, as the people who know the research, avoid this kind of. There are so many medicines being advertised as a magic remedies. 5 दिन में हो जाएगा, 10 दिन में हो जाएगा. No, I don't want to give the names of this kind of thing. Whether it's a digestive product or a immunity booster or stamina increase kind of product, we are not for that. It unnecessarily tarnishes image of India as a research and medical country. Don't go for it. Okay. What is required is innovations, standardization, testing and validation, and patent protection whenever is available. This is what is required. As I told you, there is a tremendous potential of herbal formulations and products, whether it's a medicine or a supplement, which are tested properly, which are researched properly. World is looking for that. And if you prove that it's really novel, not affecting the public domain, then you can get patent also. So this is what is I'm recommending. Opportunity IPR regime. Globally, herbal products have huge potential. India loses out due to lack of proper standardization coverage. Standardization, innovation, getting IP production, positioning and promoting as medicines. Okay. So this is what is required strategy. Integration of techniques of traditional modern medicines. If needed be, we can jointly hand with the developed countries. They are ready. Patent the findings whenever possible. Use of herbal resources, everything without endangering biodiversity. That is our duty. So that is why this is the knowledge we are looking for. Both things. We have traditional knowledge. They have some modern technology of healthcare. Let's join hands and make our name in the world. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for delivering such a wonderful and informative session. I'm sure there is so much to take away from this session that if we apply it into a right way, we can definitely go for herbal patenting. Thank you once again, sir.
My pleasure.
Uh, Moving ahead to our next section, to felicitate those who have contributed outstandingly in the year 2019-20. To give you more details of this award, let me brief you of uh, regarding this. As an Anand Pharmacy College Student Startup and Innovation Cell, we continually encourage students to take up innovative projects right from the beginning of their pharmacy journey so that they remain abreast with the current trends in pharmacy field. These young minds have innovative ideas and new perspective towards solving the problem. SSIP cell of Anand Pharmacy College acknowledges the contribution of such innovators, and since last year we have started to felicitate them for their enthusiasm and contribution towards solving the problem of this science. To do the honor this year, we have here with us Dr. Patneem Booth. I now request you, sir, to please announce the name of winner for the year 2019-20.
Right, thank you. And it's a great honor and pleasure to announce the names of the students uh, who are for the year 2019-20 for their outstanding contribution in the field of innovation. Okay, I am now announcing the names. Okay, Mr. Shiv Patel, Mr. Yash Shah, Miss Ankita Pandey, and Miss Chiragi Patel from second year B Farm for filing their patent on a novel inbuilt accurate dosing system for liquid under the able guidance of Miss Mital Patel, Assistant Professor, Anand Pharmacy College, and of course, the entire fraternity of the faculty and innovation cell of Anand Pharmacy College. Hearty congratulations to each of you for being awarded these things, and I'm so happy that you work on this kind of novel innovation and keep on continuing this kind of good work. All four of you and other students also. Congratulations once again to all of you, as also Anand Pharmacy College. Okay, great pleasure to announce their names. Okay.
Thank you, sir. And once again, congratulations to all the students and congratulations to all the participants who were in the race for this year. Better luck. You will definitely have chances in the years to come. Thank you once again, sir, for being with us for this webinar. I now request Dr. Vaishali Thakkar, Professor, Department of Pharmaceutics, to propose vote of thanks. Please, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. It is indeed matter of great pleasure for me to propose vote of thanks on behalf of Anand Pharmacy College on the occasion of Innovation Day, which is celebrated in the loving memory of missile man and our former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I would like to express my deep heartfelt thanks to our speaker, Dr. Padmin Booth sir, advisor and corporate strategy, IPR, and ex-managing director of JITCO for delivering the excellent talk and making this event very meaningful and interesting. I also thank Dr. Tejalar Gandhi and Dr. Kalpana Patel for their continuous guidance and support to organization of various activities. I'm very much thankful to my colleague and SSIP coordinator Dr. Purvisha and Ruby Christian for active involvement and excellent support in organization of various events. I would like to congratulate all the student innovators who put their effort for filing of the patent at undergraduate level, because even at undergraduate level they have a courage to file
Exactly.
the patent. So really I appreciate, because they are only the third year second year student. So really they done a good job. Again, I'm congratulating all the innovators who are creating the vibrant and innovative culture of Anand Pharmacy College. I also extend my thanks to Harmesh Bhai, Kiran Bhai, and all non-teaching and IT department for their kind cooperation and support in organization of the event. Again, I conclude my vote of thanks with a one notation is that because innovation is distinguished between the leader and follower. So be a leader. So that is my wish on the day of Innovation Day. So once again, thank you very much.
Thank you all. Great pleasure to be there. So I'm
Thank you,
leaving
ma'am.
now.
Thank you,
Okay.
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you,
If
Dr.
you,
Purvi.
sir, just a
Okay.
minute. Sir, just
Thank
a
you,
minute.
sir.
I
Sure,
request
sure,
all the
sure.
participants to please turn on their videos. I request all the participants to please turn on their videos.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you all. So nice to see all of you. It's a great pleasure to be part of this fraternity. It is always an honor also. Great. And I would look forward to keeping in touch with any and everybody of you in whatever manner is possible. Right. Thank you so much.
Sir,
Okay,
one
thank
thing
you
I
all.
want, one thing I
Yeah.
wanted to ask, sir.
Yeah.
We need to understand the process regarding the NDA, like the National Biodiversity Application, because once we file the application, we
Right.
have to do the filling of and this. We have to do some uh, on track or between that application. So all the legal thing and intricacy which are
Yeah.
involved in this particular things. So we can
So
have
that's
such
what I
kind.
suggested. There are two ways we can do it, or two or three ways. As I said, told you, of course, National Biodiversity Authority, NDA Authority website gives details. Uh, that is one thing. As I said, there could be other books. So I have seen this book by Dr. Rajesh Acharya. It gives a very good information about this, not only the basic guidelines, but also the how to do with that. So in fact, I don't know whether you can get a book or not. I will tell Dr. Rajesh Acharya, and he'll be more than happy to share that book with the Anand Pharmacy College. He's that kind of person now. He's a top-notch patent attorney, international level, but he is also believes in academics. So I am going to suggest to him to give a complimentary copy to your college. Okay, so you can make use of that.
Yes, sure, sir.
And I would suggest after getting the book and basic understanding the basic thing, reading either on the web or the book, I would suggest to invite somebody, some person. Nowadays, physical meetings are possible. You can invite somebody to talk on web also, talk on online also, or physical also possible. You can invite Dr. Rajesh Atar or anybody. It could be anybody who has been actually practicing this. Okay. Dr.
Okay.
Rajesh Acharya, I know he has filed several herbal patents. You know, actually, our ex drug commissioner, Dr. Adesra sir, he is very active in the field of herbal. That is person. I am in a regular touch with Adesra sir. He has filed earlier also patent. Now also he is in the process of filing two patents to Dr. Rajesh Acharya only because it is a very complex. Everybody cannot understand filing herbal patent. So even
Actually, we started.
Dr. Adesra can be good person and Dr. Rajesh Acharya good person. So, but three steps. First, refer to the website of National Biodiversity Authority. Then go through such kind of a book and invite any of the such kind of person to talk to the people who are interested. And I am happy that you want to understand. It's very important. Dr. Purvi also had told me that we have to understand more about biodiversity and happy that we are concentrating on it. It is necessary to honor our Biodiversity Act. At the same time, it is also necessary to find opportunity to do research and go for patenting. Okay, so I'm happy. This way you can do it. For any further guidance, you anyway you can come to me. I will suggest more ways. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Bye bye everybody. Okay. So I'm leaving now, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine.
Thank you, sir.
So all the participants, feedback link is there in the chat box. In order to get the certificate, you need to fill up the feedback form.